Florida's State Representative Mike Hill. Santa Rosa County Commissioner Bob Cole. And last and certainly least of that list, I'm Martin Simmons, your Santa Rosa County Republican State Committee man. Our first speaker is a dear friend of mine. He actually built an automotive repair business with a foundation of integrity. Because of that integrity, he is an incredible servant to our county. Please welcome Santa Rosa County Commissioner Bob Cole.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, James asked, or Marie asked me actually to come down this evening, and I appreciate the invitation. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. And, you know, certainly tonight's not about me. It's about James and his wife. And let's not forget Lily either, because this is a family affair when you get into these things, you know. It's hard to believe when I look back. The first time I ran, I had two daughters dragging me with me, you know. Me and Sheila, we'd had Lauren and Heather with us. And now they're grown and married and have families of their own. So it goes by quick, guys. So enjoy the time with Lily while you can. What do you say about James Calkins that y'all probably don't already know? I mean, the outgoing spirit that he has, the smile on his face all the time, the in-your-face attitude that when you first meet him, he's there with. You know James is in the room when James is in the room, so there's no doubt about that. But I first met him whenever he was having problems with the county engineer. You know, here's a guy that came from California without a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out and starts his own business on the beach. And we get a county engineer with an attitude because he runs the beach and saying, well, he doesn't have to buy a license or he don't have to pay us taxes to be on our beach. Okay. And they hassled him constantly. And I asked the engineer, I said, is he breaking any rules? Is he supposed to have a license? Is he not supposed to be on the beach doing what he's doing? Well, you know, it was a whole new idea that they brought onto Navarre Beach and were selling, and people enjoyed it and providing a need. But yet we had an engineer that ran the beach and didn't really like what he was doing because there wasn't any contribution going back to the county. Well, I basically asked him to please get off his back and quit doing it because man's doing what he is allowed to do on public property and providing a service that we weren't providing, nobody else was providing, and turned it into a business and invested in an area down here in Navarre and became part of the citizenry of Navarre. Met a beautiful young lady out there on the beach, and even though I've seen her dad, and he's a big Russian guy that I probably wouldn't want to mess with, ends up marrying the gal. So, you know, and Marie becomes an American citizen and learns about that. And over the years, we became more and more acquainted. And, you know, I hate to tell everybody, but Trump doesn't have a monopoly on having Russian help during an election because Marie and her sister certainly helped me quite a bit on mine. So, in our friendship with our family and everybody has grown from there, and they've got a wonderful little daughter. But honesty, I don't think there's a more honest person in the room than James. I've never known him to stretch the truth or go outside of the lines. And a while back, he was elected and worked hard to get on the Holly Navarre Water Board. And he wasn't very well liked there because he wasn't playing the game that the rest of the establishment wanted to play. He was bringing out the truth in what was going on there, and got pretty much railroaded for it. So, but he stuck to his guns, and he served on as my person to be appointed to the Planning and Zoning Board for a while, and unfortunately. We replaced all those members, even though a lot of them weren't at fault. I didn't feel like that's very much the American way of doing things. You don't clean the whole board off when other people aren't at fault, but that happened, and that's the way it went around. But man, I could probably talk all night about James and the things we've done. And him and Steve helped me put up signs last campaign, and that's a whole different story. That's fun in itself. But what I do want to tell you before I have the opportunity to introduce our state representative is that these campaigns unfortunately take a lot out of you. They take a lot out of your family. They cost a lot of money to run. So if you want James to get elected, it takes that. I hate to think that it costs several $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 or more to run a local county commission race, but with the medias today and the fact that people can go out there and say negative about you without any repercussions to them, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, I call it the Democrat effect. Throw all the crap you can on the wall, and if none of it sticks, let's throw some more up there on the wall. See what does stick. So if you can, please contribute. Take signs, help get cards signed. Tell your friends. I mean, if everybody in here get James 5 votes, 10 votes, 15 votes, that's what it takes. It's a grassroots effort. It does take a lot of money, but the biggest thing is that grassroots effort at getting out and supporting the person that you want to see in that office. I'd be proud to work with James during the rest of my tenure on the board. I think he'd be a great asset. He's young, he's motivated, and again, he's in your face. And a lot of times in Tallahassee, that's what we need is somebody to get in the face of our representatives, don't we? So at this time, like I say, I could go on all evening, but I want to introduce another person that's a very dear friend of mine and somebody that is out there for our citizens as a state representative. Mike is an outstanding representative, and he's the type of person that helps the underdog or goes for the underdog or votes for something or initiates something even when it's not popular. Because, when you go for the underdog or you do something because it's right and not because it's popular, a lot of people don't like you for that. And I know I'm in the same boat a lot of times, Mike. So, but I know him as a good Christian person and a strong person and a person that does what's right. And that's what it takes. And that's the only thing that's going to change our country and get it back is keep Christianity out there, keep the Lord in front of us, pray about our decisions, and make the right decisions for the right purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce our state representative, Mike Hill.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you all for coming out tonight. And I'm going to be brief. Now for my next political joke. I've known James for several years now. And if you're going to elect someone to office, you want to make sure that they have some characteristics in place before they get into office. It's too late once they get there. So you want to know about this person that you're going to be possibly voting for. And the years that I've known James, I can tell you unequivocally, this is a man you want to vote for. And I'll tell you why. Some of the characteristics that I've observed in James, because we've been together for a number of years, and now that his wife is working with me in my office as our legislative aide, I see James quite a bit. And so I get to know even more about him. But here's just a couple of things that I have observed about James. First of all, he is capable. James can do this job as the county commissioner. He proved that when he was on the water board, the zoning board, and with his business. He's a capable business owner. That's someone who you want, who has that ability to start a business and be successful at it. That's not easy to do. Anyone who's a business owner in here, you know that it's a daily thing that you have to do to make that work. So you know James is capable. Number two, he has principles. I have seen James when everyone else is going in this one direction, like Bob said, but the right thing to do, James will do it. Even if it goes against the grain, he will. And I've seen it more than once, and anyone who watched him on the zoning board or on the water board, you saw that same thing. James would do what is right. And I believe the reason for that is deep down in his heart, he has his Christian principles as his foundation. And once you have that, then it's not so hard to be principled. James is a person of integrity. He's only lied to me a couple of times. No. James will tell you the truth. James does not lie. He is a man of integrity. He is faithful to his wife and to his family. I have seen him when he and I worked together. He helped me put out some yard signs too. And I spent days, well, we've done it a couple of times, but we would spend an entire day together from 8 in the morning until after midnight, driving all over the county, putting these signs out. And you get to know someone then. James is a person of integrity. He's hard working. This is someone you want as a county commissioner. You don't want someone who's going to be lazy, who's going there just to collect a paycheck. James is not doing this because he needs a job. He is doing this because he is hardworking and he wants to make Santa Rosa County a better place for us all to live. James is sincere. When James tells you something, you know he means it. He doesn't have this double entendre where when he says something, you're trying to figure out, well, what exactly did he mean by that? You know what James means when he says it because he is so sincere. And then I'll finish with this. James is a man of courage. Even when it looks like that everyone is going to be against him, he will still take the right position. He will still make the right choice. He will do the courageous thing. And that is what we want in a county commissioner. Someone who is capable, has principles, integrity, hardworking, sincere, and courageous. And I find all those qualities in James Calkins. And I would encourage you all to help him get elected. I've run a number of campaigns, and as Bob said, it's work. It's hard work. And I would encourage you to take a yard sign. If you have a business, put it out in front of your business. If you have a home, put it in front of your home. Because every time that yard sign is there, especially in a neighborhood at your home, that means 4 votes. Because most of your neighbors don't have a clue who to vote for or even why. And as they're going to work and they drive by your home and they see that yard sign, well, if he's voting for James, I guess I will too. So get a yard sign, put it at your business, put it at your home. Sometimes the homeowners association don't allow it. Ignore them. Put it out there anyway. And if they complain, take it up for a couple of days and then put it back out again. And also, this is a fundraiser. It's important. James needs money to run a campaign. These signs cost money. He's going to need to send out mailers, flyers. That costs money. He may have to get on radio or even a little TV. That costs money. So please help how you can. The maximum amount is $1,000. Is that correct for a county commission? The maximum amount is $1,000 per person. So a husband, a wife, and then a business could do it. That could be $3,000 right there. If you have another business, $4,000. But James is going to need that. If you didn't have it here with you tonight, you didn't bring your checkbook, that's okay. Just please make sure that you either mail it in or go to his website and contribute there. I would encourage you, though, if you can mail a check, that's better. Because when you go on a website and do it there, the processing company takes a little chunk of that. So a mailed check would be much more preferable. And with that, are you going to introduce James? I'll let you.
I was going to get to introduce Mike Hill, and my introduction reads, when you look in the dictionary under statesman and integrity, you'll find Mike Hill. I believe that about these gentlemen, Bob, Cole, and Mike, and James so much, I just had to say it. Let me say a few words about James Calkins. James is running for Santa Rosa County Commission District 3. James built his business VIP Beach Services, starting with a few chairs and a dream. And did you pray for sunshine? I'm assuming business was better when the sun was shining. Yes. So that drought we had a while back, there you go. He grew it into a much bigger company, and after selling the business, James focused on investment properties. Talk about capitalism. Hey, that's how it works. James Calkins is devoted to his family. Soon he and his wife Maria will be celebrating their 8th anniversary. Wow. They are the proud parents of a beautiful girl, Lily, and James' uncle, or their uncle and aunt, to Rudolph and Emma. As a constitutional conservative, James believes that every American has a right to bear arms and protect their homes and families. James believes in tax cuts, small government, and reduced regulations. James is pro-life and has advocated for the passing of the heartbeat bill together with Representative Hill in a past legislative session. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Calkins.
Thank you, Martin. Good evening, friends. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming here. I really appreciate your support. I would also like to thank Representative Mike Hill, Bob Cole, State Committeeman Martin Simmons, and I would also like to acknowledge and thank my lovely wife, Maria, for helping us put this event together and standing by my side. Thank you so much, Maria. I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you. Thank you. Some people will say that the American dream of equal opportunity, owning your own home, and being successful is only a fantasy, that the American dream is dead. I'm here to tell you that they are wrong, that the American dream is not dead, but very much alive. For I have achieved the American dream. I am here, as a young man, I came to Santa Rosa County with nothing but a dream and the shirt on my back. I started working at Surfside Storage in Navarre for $10 an hour right down the street from here as a maintenance man, mowing lawns, and saved every penny I made. I had a dream and I had faith. Coming from a family of small business owners, I wanted to start my own business. And I began by purchasing some chairs and umbrellas at Walmart and rented them to beachgoers. This was how I started my first business, VIP Beach Services. I built up my inventory and secured contracts with the local resorts on Navarre Beach. My dream was also to own a home, so I took a leap of faith and I wrote a letter to an owner of a townhome on Navarre Beach and offered to purchase the property with owner financing. By the Lord's grace, the owner agreed, and I bought my first home. My beach service business thrived, so I began purchasing real estate investment properties. It was on Navarre Beach that I met my beautiful wife, Maria, who was visiting with her family from Russia. It was her first time visiting America. After just 1 week, I proposed to Maria, and we were married 1 year later. And that's an example of how your dreams can come true and how anything is possible, because why she's with me, I don't know, but anything is possible. Together, through hard work, we have been successful and are enjoying the American dream. 3 years ago, the Lord gave us the most precious gift we could ever ask for, our daughter Lily. The most important events of my life all happened here in Santa Rosa County, where I achieved the American dream and I'm proud to call home. Anything is possible in Santa Rosa County. Together, we have the ability to put Santa Rosa County on the map. We can become known as the lowest tax, most prosperous county in the United States. Everyone in this room has special talents and abilities. I will listen to you and put your brilliant ideas into action. I have been talking to multiple citizens throughout our county since I have started this campaign. What I have discovered is that people are tired of traffic, tired of their neighborhoods being flooded, and tired of seeing too many dollar stores. The majority of this county is not against growth, but they want to see smart growth. They want infrastructure. They want underground utilities. They want sidewalks and parks, and they want schools that are safe and that are not overcrowded. Together, we can identify the problems and we can find solutions. As a county commissioner, I will stand up for small businesses. We need to stop putting up barriers against small businesses. We need to make Santa Rosa County open for business and cut regulations to encourage investment in our county. As your next county commissioner, I pledge to fight against unnecessary tax increases and to protect and defend the interests of all our small business owners, our military, our disabled, our grandparents, young people, those who are on a fixed income, and all of Santa Rosa County citizens. For our county's future, I pledge you my every effort, and I ask for your prayers and your support. I believe together we can make Santa Rosa County great. Thank you all for being here. I very much appreciate your support, and God bless you all.
Since one of these stands is mine, I know how to lower them to my height, and you'll need to tilt down now on the camera. It's time to support true conservatives. It's our time. Please contribute an affordable amount to help the conservative leader, James Calkins, win the election in 2020. I was raised in the Baptist church, and you don't contribute an affordable amount. You contribute till it hurts. You give till it hurts. That's what you need. That's what it's going to take. Not just your loose change. We need folding money. We need lots of it. Absolutely. You know what I'm talking about. Not change. We need some real money. It costs more now than ever to run a campaign, and we in the Republican Party know that, and we are understanding of that, but at the same time, it takes it. Bob, how much did you spend on your last campaign for county commission? $72,000, and I'm sure Mike spending more, but on the county commission level, $72,000 for county commission in Santa Rosa County. 2 years ago. Think about that. You want to tell us what you spent, or is that a $300 million? But let me tell you, he's worth every penny of it, absolutely. Mike said the maximum contribution is $1,000 per person. Any amount is greatly appreciated. If you're contributing with cash, please write down your address on the envelopes. I think there's a few more things you have to fill out, occupation and whatnot. If you'd like to contribute with a credit or debit card, the team members will help you log on to James Calkins' website, vote jamescalkins.com, and there's how you spell it right there. Thank you again so much for coming. Please enjoy any remaining refreshments and have a good night and a safe trip home. Thank you.